Hi, welcome back to this channel, Ghana TV, and it's your girl Snowy. Episode 4 Intern Personal. Let's zoom into what's popping. Oh my God, now you call the NDC, National Democratic Congress, for Akachidia, and now one member of the NDC but does not act as an NDC member, Koku Anyidoho, has come out again. Now, Baba Blashe, on one call for Nancy was idea to Daddy. Ebusianfo na ensem no enye asem kitenko ka se Koku Anyidoho on NDC afimu na Ghanafo ehun se onye NDC ni, but you are still in the NDC but you are against them. How possible is that? And I want to me bank Koku Anyidoho every NDC mu ana. That is what people are saying. But yeah, Koku Anyidoho has come out to say on a benny apa say obehun obia or pray for power. No be president. Oh my God, on the Ghanaian or prefer humble mate. I believe that you know where exactly I'm heading to and what exactly Koku Anyidoho is trying to say. He prefers a humble mate over one who claims to be a co-driver. Yes, Koku Anyidoho. This is all about the 2024 general elections. And so, Mate Miaka said Koku Anyidoho a humble mate. Dr. Bawumia during the time he was telling us his vision for Ghana, he said, he's just a driver's mate, and then sometimes he does not have much say in what happens in Ghana because he's just a driver's mate. And then so then people have been framing it, saying it to a whole lot of things. And then Mahama we know is a co-driver, but Koku Anyidoho says although he's an NDC man, he's a staunch member of the NDC. His father is the late Atamels, but still now he would rather prefer a humble mate. Which humble mate is he talking about? Dr. Bawumia over on one candidate over NDC mu, John Dramani Mahama. Now let's listen to Koku Anyidoho and what he is saying. Former Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Koku Anyidoho, has expressed his preferences for leadership qualities, emphasizing humility and patience over haste. That is what he's saying. See, in a tweet, Anyidoho elaborated on the stance using a metaphorical scenario involving a driver's mate aspiring to take over the driving duties from their boss. I prefer a humble mate who admits he wants to wait for his time to drive, to an arrogant mate who says he is a co-driver and believed he was more important than the driver. Anyidoho said, wow, this is a stray bullet to former President John Dramani Mahama and also the presidential aspirant and a candidate for the NDC. And anyone is saying, or no, I prefer a humble mate over who admits, he wants to wait for his time to drive, to an arrogant mate who says he is a co-driver and believed he was more important than the driver. The man who prides himself in being a co-driver, so he considered himself to be better than his boss and not a humble mate, took over and messed up all the driving formula. Damn. So this is coming from Koku Anyidoho. Automatically, I believe that we know whom he's talking about. On one candidate, NDC candidate, John Dramani Mahama. He believes John Dramani Mahama is an arrogant driver, co-driver. He doesn't want to accept that he's a mate and he's still learning. He's being arrogant, he's being pompous, and then he wants to take over power in a haste. But according to Koku Anyidoho, he doesn't like someone of that sort to be the president of Ghana, but rather he prefers someone who admits that he's a mate and then he's patiently waiting to take over as the driver. According to political watchers, Anyidoho's analogy is directed at Vice President Dr. Bawumia, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 elections, and former President John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress. Dr. Bawumia represents the mate eager to take over from his boss, while Mahama symbolizes the co-driver. Anyidoho, despite claiming to be an NDC member, has openly supported Bawumia's bid against that of Mahama. Of course, this has been happening. Yet, Anyidoho ankasa ne Mahama no many share ebusiafo and grofo mienu many I believe say Anyidoho would have supported NDC if it was to be a different person standing as the presidential candidate for the NDC. But so far as Mahama nim and a war bill ne so for NDC de la lie, there is no way Anyidoho will support Mahama in any way. In any way, crack. It's a we have for and I will call Anyidoho Ediabani analogy no. We use driver no and or DNA analogy stating his preference for the 2024 presidential candidate. Nipa openasem or say Bawumia what do you think about what Koku Anyidoho is telling Ghanaians is saying? Do you think that what he's saying is right? Because the fact that he's in NDC doesn't mean that he should support someone he doesn't like and he thinks is not competent enough, or he's just doing that out of jealousy. For comments, no. Everyone making Emma. Let's go to Ken Kranche again. Or say MPP doesn't have a flag bearer with an Albion engine. Okay. The managing editor of the Searchlight newspaper has expressed skepticism about the political capabilities of the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, suggesting that Dr. Bawumia lacks the driving force needed to secure victory for the party in the upcoming 2024 general election. This is so interesting. Now, someone in the NDC is against their own candidate, and then someone in the NPP is also against his own candidate. Such an interesting world. Etiken Kranche, who is a legal practitioner, is saying, Dr. Bawumia lacks what it takes to secure victory for the New Patriotic Party. And because of that, party with him. Mr. Kranche compared Dr. Bawumia's political engine to that of a pickup truck, contracting it with President Koku's metaphorical Albion engine that propelled the MPP to success in the 2016 election. He likened President Akufo-Addo's candidacy to a force of nature capable of overcoming any obstacle in its path. According to Ken Kranche, Dr. Bawumia can't compare himself to Nana Akufo-Addo, his boss. It's because what Nana Addo has to win the 2016 election, Bawumia does not have, so it will be difficult for him to win the 2024 general election. However, Mr. Kranche argued that Dr. Bawumia's political engine lacks the same level of power and momentum, suggesting that it would require the support of numerous smaller engines represented metaphorically by popular parliamentary candidates to drive the party to victory in 2024. Such an interesting scenarios from both Anyidoho and Kranche. Episode 4 for our comments. Ebra na making kai ever more Ghana TV so modofo snow ni sisi ade come.